ASL Class Week 1 Vocabulary. Hi. Hi. Name. Name. Mine or my. Me. You. Yours. Sign, or if you're talking about someone actually in the middle of a sign language conversation, you could say that they're using ASL or signing like this. So sign language or signing, you can ask what's the sign for, or you could say those two people were signing. And then we're going to talk about the lexicalized signs, which is the finger spelling letters that have become a sign in and of themselves. So for example, the sign for bus starts at the top and goes down. So it's B-U-S. Sometimes when it goes really quickly, it just looks like bus. So if you see the bus coming down, and then F-I-X is fix. So very quickly, if you want to fix something, you fix it. And then A-L-L for all, it's almost like you're pointing to all of you. And then ASL is sometimes very quickly thrown forward, ASL, like that, ASL, ASL, ASL. Map, so M-A-P or map, map, map. Okay, okay. Okay is often a confirming sign that you understand something. So you would say okay, okay. And it's just the O and the K very quickly. Okay, okay, okay. You could do S-O, so, so. And there are two signs for what, but I'm going to teach you the lexicalized sign for what, which is W-T. So W-T. Normally it's what, but you could also say what? W-T. That's more of an exclamation. What? And then wow is the W, the O is with your mouth, and you have the expression of wow. And then O-H-H-H is oh. Oh, that's the lexicalized sign. You're dragging the H's. So O-H-H-H. Oh. And then if, I-F, if. And then off is O-F-F, but you slide the F. So it's O-F-F, O-F-F. So think of a little box here for the O and the F and the F, and I'm sliding the F. So O-F-F, off. If you want something to get off, or you want to turn something off. And then the W-H signs need to have the facial expression with the downward eyebrows. So any W-H, what, should have a facial expression with downward eyebrows. What or what? Who. You take the letter X and you put it on your chin like this. Who. And then when is when. You start from the back and you bring it to the front. When. Where. Why. So you start with your touching your forehead and you bring it to the letter Y and you say why. And you can definitely emphasize it and have the facial expressions. And how is you take two C hand shapes and you hold one here like a C, and you take the other one and you twist it. How are you? How do I do that? And then I wanted to review the time where the body is the present moment, anything in front of the body is the future, and anything behind the body is the past. So the sign for right now is in this plane right here. Future, the sign for future is your hand going into the front of you, the future. And the sign for past is waving behind you. So now, future, past. The sign for day is day. Day. And if you think of this as a sun going at the beginning of the day and then all day long. So this is day. This is week. Week. Month. Month. Year. Think of the sun going around the earth is year. Year. Minute. Minute. Hour. Hour. And then once you know those signs, you can then talk about next week, last week, next month, last month, 2 years into the future, or 2 years ago, or 3 years ago. You throw it behind you. And then to talk about the male and the female. So anything on the upper part of the face is a male, and anything down here is female. So if you were holding a baseball cap, that is boy, and then you take boy to fine, and that is man. This is the sign for fine, man. And father and grandfather. So father, grandfather. If you take boy and baby, that is the sign for son. Boy and hand in marriage is the sign for husband. So husband, and then boy, friend. This is the sign for friend, boyfriend. Girl is taking your thumb along the side of the cheek, just as if you were tying a bonnet. So girl, woman, mother, grandmother, wife. Girl and marriage, wife, or girlfriend. So this is the sign for first and last. So you take your pinkies, your non-dominant hand stays still, and your dominant hand takes the pinky and goes down. So this is last. So if you were saying first name, you could finger spell your name. Last name, finger spell. And this is the sign for finger spell. And finger spelling should be done if you raise your hand and bring your hand here, and this is stuck. Wherever this goes sideways, that's where you normally would be finger spelling. Think of a little box where the word is. Usually you're going to start the word here and go over to here. So finger spelling. And if I were to say nice to meet you. So this is the sign for nice and also the sign for clean. Meet is you take two pointing up fingers and you meet them together. So meet. So nice to meet you. How are you? How are you? And you can see from the facial expression, I'm asking a question. Good is also the sign for thank you. Good and bad. I'm good. I'm bad. Fine. I'm fine. I'm very fine. I'm doing really good. You can emphasize how you do fine. I'm fine. So. Happy. I'm happy. The feeling goes up. Or I'm sad. Sad. And you want to have the facial expression to go along with it. Sad. Excited. I'm excited. Or I'm bored. Bored. Very boring. Practice is like the letter A over your finger. Practice. You could say I'm practicing sign, or practice, and then the X is going down is need. This is should, have to, need. Practice, need, me. Learn. Learn is like a non-dominant hand piece of paper, and you're taking the information up to your head. And then teach is you're taking that information and you're sending it out. And that's it for vocabulary for week 1.